swoop by it, I guess?
Yeah.
Is that good? Is that just B-roll?
That's B-roll.
God, everyone's so freaking loud today. Ah! That's the problem with parks, I guess. A lot of extra noise.
Yeah.
So they just released the Nothing Phone 3A, but I already have a CMF 1. Is it worth the upgrade? Let's find out. The Nothing Phone, which according to Tech Radar is the best phone Nothing has ever made. But how much better exactly? Well, starting with the processor, the 3A has Snapdragon's 3rd generation 7S. It's an 8-core CPU running at 2.5 GHz with what Qualcomm's calling their AI engine and up to 20 gigabytes of their RAM booster. So you'd certainly expect this phone to be fast, and it is. But side by side with the CMF1, which itself has an 8-core CPU clocking in at, you guessed it, 2.5 gigahertz.
I'd say I'm
8-core 2.5 gigahertz.
I'd say I'm
8-core 2.5 gigahertz. I don't know if there's a huge noticeable difference between the two. I won't say that there's no difference, but for your everyday user, I'm not sure how much more additional processing power you really need. It feels like to a certain degree, phones have reached a baseline, and I don't know that you're getting anything extra from this difference.
Shut up and take my money.
They both boost a very reasonable 5000 milliamp battery with nearly identical screen sizes and refresh rates, but with the 3A offering a 50% higher maximum brightness at 3000 nits compared to the CMF1, which tops out at 2000 nits. But all that brightness doesn't come without a cost, leading to a lower battery life with similar usage.
Yeah, but how are the cameras?
Was that your Kermit the Frog?
Yeah?
It's not good.
Oh, everyone's a critic. Waka waka.
That's Fozzie the Bear, man.
Your mom's a Fozzie Bear.
Right. Let's just take a look at those cameras. So here we are filming with the Nothing Phone 3A at 4K, 30 frames per second. And here we are filming with the CMF1 at 4K, 30 frames per second at 26mm and the 52mm, compared to the 3A's 50mm. And here's the Nothing 3A selfie camera, audio and video. Here's the CMF1 selfie camera, audio and video. And here are a few still images for further comparison. The 3A has the standard 24mm lens along with a 2x zoom, 15mm ultra-wide, and a 100mm 4x zoom, whereas the CMF1 is limited to just the standard 26mm lens with a 2x zoom. The CMF1's photos are also noticeably more washed out, especially when comparing them side by side. But I suppose it would also be fair to say that the 3A is likely taking advantage of some additional post-processing like the Google series tends to do with their phones. Alright, now a quick audio test between the two. Alright, as you can see from the stereo versus that single fire speaker, you are hearing a little bit louder on this one compared to the slightly more quiet, but the audio quality is fairly comparable between the two. I don't think it's like a huge difference. There's just a bit more of a full sound here from the Nothing Phone 3A compared to the CMF1, but overall, both great phones, both good audio quality, but you have to give it to the Nothing 3A for sure in terms of audio. So where does that leave you? If you already have a CMF1, should you run out to upgrade to the 3A? Maybe, but probably not right now. While it was available for pre-sale for $379 for the 12 plus 256GB model, they sold out pretty quick. And now if you want one for yourself, you'd have to buy one from a scalper on eBay for a $250 markup. Blah. But if you didn't have either and had the chance to buy the 3A at the original list price, yeah, I'd say go for it. Otherwise, I think just about anyone would be happy with a CMF1, especially at the current price point. It's a pretty good deal. While you do end up with slightly less RAM and storage, 128 gigabytes is plenty of space for apps and photos, and the phone is still lightning fast. I do kind of miss the thumb screw, even though they didn't really flesh out the accessory market like they hyped up initially, but the glyphs are pretty cool too. If you're interested, check out this phone being unboxed in my previous video. And if you like this video, consider dropping a like or hitting that subscribe button. Or just keep watching more videos. Either way, thanks again for joining me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!
You can see here some information, phone A white, blah blah. I did get the 3A, not the 3A Pro. So nothing else in there, just a box.
Just a box.
It does come with this cool little embossed like eyeball